Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call it short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits.
That TTG money gang,
making profits.
We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you all did not know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool. But we are also now the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship, and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade, we cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone here at True Trading Group. We take that university level of curriculum and we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth over $5,000 a year on their own. These are tools that give you more information and help you guys make better decisions. Flat out, they give you an edge. Unfortunately, most traders don't use them because they're so expensive, $5,000-$6,000 a year easy if you were to pay for them on your own. When you join True Trading Group, you don't have to pay for these things. They're included with your membership, but that changes today. I'll explain how in just a moment. For those of you that join True Trading Group right up until today, included with your membership, you'll be getting Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data to track trades by Congress, a simulator to practice with fake money, Trading Views premium charting software, the Trade Idea Scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings, AI trading tools, so much more I'll talk about later on in this stream. When you join the platform, though, you're going to get access, obviously, to our courses. Obviously, you also get the trade alerts from the 9 professional traders that are with you each and every single trading day. But when you join, you also get access to all of these tools. We set you up with everything you need for one affordable price for the entire year. You also get access to our members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you are ever going to find. Not to mention the real-time trade alerts from the moderators and myself that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% on all of our executions, now going roughly the last 4 years. If you wonder why should you listen to what we talk about on this channel, it's because I didn't figure this out on my own. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job out of college, working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. They had me go through a training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the big stock market crash, but it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you just fast forward, I'm the co-founder and the head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We have helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We actually have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you're here ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you folks have come to the right place, because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, I go live on this channel with myself and other THD Pro Trading mods. We'll come on here. Also special guests, sorry, a little blank there. Special guests will also come on here as well and give you guys market commentary, trade ideas, go over lessons, anything that can help you guys become better traders. So if you've not yet done so, I want you to go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. Now, today we had a bit of a pullback day in the markets. I want to just make sure that everybody on here is aware, all of my members of True Trading Group. Adam did have to postpone the AI bootcamp this evening. You guys were scheduled for your first session of the AI bootcamp today at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That is being rescheduled to tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Adam does apologize, but he's also not here right now, dealing with some other, I'm sorry, it's from 6 to 8 tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. Tomorrow it is from 6 to 8. So tomorrow the AI bootcamp is from 6 to 8. It was supposed to be this evening. It is postponed till tomorrow from 6 to 8. Right, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for the AI accelerator. Okay, so for those of you dealing with that, or those of you that are participating in that with us in True Trading Group, tomorrow 6 to 8 for the AI accelerator. All right, again, Adam does apologize, but as a lot of our THD members know, he is dealing with one hell of a shitstorm. So that's going to be tomorrow from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. So I want to make sure you guys all know. Okay, excellent. Now, the overall markets. We had a nice big pullback day today. And it takes us right back down to the bottom end of this channel. And this channel has been playing out like clockwork. I got to tell you guys, this has been one of the cleanest cut channels that I've seen markets trade in quite a while. You can see we've been in this channel for the entirety of 2024 so far. It started in the very first trading day of January. That's literally where this channel begins. And you can see we've just been trading within this channel for the last couple of months. And I came on the live stream on Sunday. And Sunday evening, I told you guys that I said to you that, hey, on Friday, we weren't quite overbought just yet. But I said that I think that we are getting close to a point where you're going to see a profit-taking type of pullback. There's a couple of different things that can cause a pullback in this market. One of them would be a surprise crack in the labor market. The other would be a real true consecutive month acceleration in inflation. That would be worrisome. That would cause a pullback in the markets. I don't think you're going to see that. I think the most likely scenario that would cause the pullback would be the markets get a little overbought and then you get profit-taking steps in, and that profit-taking causes a little bit of a pullback. That's exactly what you saw in the markets today. Today, the markets did not go down because of some massive catalyst or some huge piece of economic data. It's just a textbook failed break that caused that profit-taking in the markets. And I'll just zoom this in. I'll show you guys on a shorter time frame. That line I'm drawing for you right now on my screen, that horizontal line, that was your previous all-time high. Okay, that all-time high was put in place on Friday. It was then resistance. During the day on Monday, and then you broke out through that all-time high on Monday, and then you ran all the way up and you made new all-time highs. But then that very quickly sold back down into the close and took back the breakout point and closed at the low of the day. That is textbook failed breakout price action. And that textbook failed breakout price action led to the profit taking that you saw today. So yesterday's failed breakout is what triggered profit taking in the overall market. It triggered profit taking in all of your big mega cap tech names. And that is why you saw the markets do exactly what it did today. And you had this nice, big, deep pullback today. 1% decline in the S&P. We got down to be down as much as like 1.25%. The NASDAQ was down over 2% down there at its lows. We still finished down 1.6, but we were down over 2% on the NASDAQ down at our lows. And, it's funny when you sit here because, one little pullback day like this and people start to get nervous again and people start to talk about, whoa, why is the markets going down today? The markets don't just go straight up, don't go up in a straight line. Okay, you're going to have pullback days. You're going to have rally days. You're going to have consolidation days. Just because you have a red day doesn't mean the trend is broken. And today is a perfect example of how trend is still very much intact. All you need to do is look at the bottom end trade support trend line that we've been holding for the last 2 months. And all you did was drop into that level today. That's all you did. And it held. That you dropped into that level and that level held. You have not broken this level yet. And the area that we held support at 505 is a key level of support. It's a key level of support, not just because I'm saying it to be so. It's because it was the low of the day for 3 consecutive trading days here at the very end of February. You can see 1, 2, 3, low of the days, 505, 505, 505. And what did we do today? We dropped, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me delete that. We dropped right down into 505. Low of the day today, 504.91. That's your low of the day. Now, the way that I look at this, okay, and the way that we've been trading this inside True Trading Group, the way that we've been talking about it with our members is that as you're sitting here, you say to yourself, okay, well, we're going to look for 505. That's going to be that's your level of support. That's the bottom end of this support trend line. And it's also the support level that you see here from 505. That's the level. And until that level, until this upper trend line breaks and channel breaks, you play the channel, meaning that you would continue to expect now green day tomorrow as this bottom end of this support channel holds. Now, there will come the day when this channel actually breaks. And when that channel actually breaks, there are 3 support levels that you all should have drawn up here on your screen. And support level number 1 is the one I already showed you, and that's 505. Okay. The second support level you should have drawn on your screen is 503. 503 is this previous double top all-time high before you had the big gap up from NVIDIA's earnings. This day right here was NVIDIA's earnings. That's what caused the markets to gap up to new all-time highs. Prior to that, you had a almost triple top here at 503. So once you gapped above that, you see low of the day on the NVIDIA earnings day, also 503. Previous tops here, 503. If you break 505, which is first primary support level, you then look for a move to 503. 503 breaks, which I do think it will. Your next level is a complete gap fill to 497. And that is where I think the profit-taking pullback that you'll have in this market, that's exactly where I think it takes you. I think it takes you right down to 497 and close the big NVIDIA earnings gap up. That's what I'm anticipating and I'm expecting from this market. You have a jobs report that's coming out on Friday. That jobs report that's coming out on Friday is absolutely going to move the market. So we have to be paying very close attention. Who knows? Maybe the jobs report on Friday is the catalyst that breaks this channel. And if this channel gets broken, you just have to eye up these 3 levels, 505, 503, and 497. You have a minor level. I mean, honestly, you do have a minor level in here also at like 498.5. But if you start to get into that gap, I don't think that it's going to stop mid-gap at 498.5. I think you'll get all the way to the fill. And that fill takes you to like 497.25. So I do think that gap gets filled. Do I think that happens this week? I don't think that happens this week unless there's something in the labor report on Friday that's a real shock. I mean, tomorrow's already Wednesday, so you only have 3 days left. 3 days to get to 497 to break uptrend. I don't think so. What I initially think is maybe most likely is tomorrow we try to bounce back to like 510, 509.5, pause there, have a real small inside uneventful day on Thursday. The U.S. labor report Friday morning dictates what we do from there. And if there's something in the labor report on Friday that is a negative, then I think that would break the channel. Okay. Then I think that breaks the channel. And I think you can see a little bit more of that downside move. Yes, John Bean. Thank you. Yes, you are correct. So we do have Jerome Powell also speaking tomorrow, 10 a.m. Maybe he says something that also moves the markets. You've had a couple of comments from a bunch of different Fed members that are not insinuating that they're in any rush to cut rates at all. Bostic made some comment, and a bunch of people have made comments. It wasn't just Bostic that made comments about rate cuts, or saying if maybe 3 rate cuts this year. We came into this year with the markets expecting like 6. Now you're down to 3, and the market still has been moving higher during that. You also got to a point where some of the Fed members even insinuated that it's entirely possible that we don't cut rates at all this year because the economy has continued to be so strong. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that's just tough talk. I don't think there's any chance in hell that the Fed keeps rates where they are for in this entire calendar year. There's no way I think that's going to be the case. And if they do, I think it's going to be a big mistake. And I think that they actually would send the economy into a recession if they kept interest rates where they are for into 2025. I think you're going to start to see rate cuts in the second half of this year. I don't think you're going to get one at the March meeting. March 20th is a Fed meeting. I don't think you get a rate cut then. Then there's no meeting in April. There's a meeting in May. The May meeting is live, meaning I think that you could maybe have a rate cut in May, but really I would bet my money that first 25 basis point cut comes in the summer. So either that June, July meeting is where I think you're going to get your first rate cut, maybe May. I think there's a less than 1% chance you get a rate cut at this month's meeting. And the longer that gets pushed out, the longer that rate cut gets pushed out, the more time it leaves for a potential crack in the labor market. And nobody wants to talk about this because the markets have been going straight up. But then you get one red day in the markets today, and all of a sudden everybody's like, ooh, it's like people, oh no, it's like, oh, we took out 3 green days in one red day. But that's how markets trade. It's bears. I always say this is the saying. I always say bulls take the stairs and bears take the escalator, or the elevator is the saying, right? I just changed it to say that bears take the window because in 2022, the markets were going down so fast that forget an elevator. It was just gravity. That was just, bears jumping out the window. So that's a little saying that we have inside True Trinity, which means markets go up slowly, but they go down very quickly. So that's why when markets do go down, it's like nerve wracking. People get nervous, they get scared, and it rattles the cage a little bit. But I don't think that today's pullback is anything to get rattled. I don't think today's pullback is anything that should worry or scare anybody. I think the uptrend is still very much firmly intact, and I'm waiting for this uptrend to break. And once you see a break out of this channel, then you can look for a profit-taking pullback. Maybe the labor report on Friday gives us an extra little push. I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be a surprise in that labor report because we haven't seen any real surprises yet in any of the jobless claims numbers. Usually you'll see it in the jobless claims numbers first because the jobless claims data you get every single Thursday. So you're going to get that every week. You get to see that jobless claims data. The U.S. labor report you get once a month. So typically you'll see a week where jobless claims were expected to be 220,000 and they came in at 258,000. You're like, oh, well, that's higher than we thought. Okay, but it's one week, no big deal. Then the next week, it's expected to be 228,000 and it comes in at 278,000. And now you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Then it's expected 250 and it comes in at 301. And that is when the market then goes into a complete temper tantrum. And that's when the market just starts to panic and everyone says, oh no, the labor market has finally broken. The labor market's finally cracked. Here comes the recession, right? And that's when the markets would then start to just sell off at that point. Even though the recession's not there yet, that type of data would cause the markets to get scared. So typically, it all just depends on how it lines up and the timing of when the labor market weakens. But typically, you see it in the jobless claims data first because it's every single week, right? It's every week. So Ellen Jane says, are we heading to a 5% correction in the near future? Well, 5% correction, I just want to clarify, a correction by definition is a 10% pullback. Just so you know, correction is a 10% pullback. 5% would just be a regular pullback, a routine pullback. 5%. Correction is 10. Now, do I think that we're due in the short term for a 5% pullback in the near future? Yes, I do. I think that 5% pullback could come with some very disappointing language from the Fed at the March meeting, where they don't cut in March and they insinuate that they're not going to cut even in May. And I think the market's not going to like that, because you're going to have 2 entire months without any type. Now the market will know we're not going to get a rate cut for at least 2 months, because there's no Fed meeting in April. And I think that if you start to see any signs of like a higher than expected jobless claim number in April, the markets are going to get a little nervous because there's no meeting in April. So even if the jobs data starts to weaken in April, the Fed can't do anything about it. They could cut rates if they needed to in an emergency, which they did in 2008. In 2008, the Fed was doing emergency rate cuts, even though there was not a scheduled Fed meeting. But that was because the global financial crisis and the entire financial and banking system was collapsing, so they had to. That's not what would be happening in this case. It would be the very start of a weakening labor market. The Fed would do nothing until the very next meeting in May, and then they would cut their first rate in May. If that were the case. But I think that is entirely possible that you see something like that. I've told people that at some point this year, I do think you're going to see a growth scare, or what some people like to say, a recession scare, which is where growth starts to slow and the labor market starts to weaken. And then people get nervous. They're like, oh no, is this finally the recession that everybody was scared of? I think there's going to be a point this year where you're going to have that feeling. Maybe that comes later in the year. Maybe that comes in September or October, where that scare really comes into play. And then you have the election, and then the markets kind of settle out with the election, and the markets then recover. And then you realize it actually is going to be a soft landing. Typically, election years are positive years in the stock market. You've never had a recession actually begin in an election year, I don't think. And somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I don't think you've ever had a recession in an actual election year. But I think that you're going to see that at some point this year. And what I'm trying to tell people, and I keep saying this throughout the course of this year, because I want to prepare you. I want to prepare you for if and when that moment happens. Because I already know what's going to happen, because I talk to thousands of traders constantly, right? We have 10,000 members in True Trading Group. Then people hit me up on Twitter or X or whatever. They hit us up on Facebook, and they send us emails and everything else. So I talk to traders nonstop. What I've seen, what I typically see from retail community, and this is when I even have like my own little personal gauge indicator of market sentiment on when do the markets get oversold versus when do the markets get overbought. And I can base that on the amount of questions that I get from retail traders. And in 2022, right? In 2022, in September and October, I got like the world is ending messages from people. They're like, should I sell everything? Is there going to be a depression? It's going to be terrible. Like, is there going to be a Lehman Brothers moment, Mike? Can you tell me what happened because I was on Wall Street during 2008. So I was like, people are talking about a Lehman Brothers moment. Can you tell me what that means? Everybody was getting scared about that. And that's when I was like, guys, you know what? We're getting pretty damn close to a bottom here. We're getting pretty damn close to a bottom. And that's how I'm able to gauge that. Same exact thing happened back in the end of 2021. The end of 2021, I was getting, should I invest in the market? People that got out of the market during COVID, they're like, should I get back in? The market's at all-time highs. And I'm like, you want to get in now? You want to get in now at the highest valuations that we've ever had? And right before the Fed's about to embark on a rate hike cycle, that's the worst thing that you could have possibly done. We did the opposite at the end of 2021. At the end of 2021, I came on this YouTube channel very publicly, told everybody that, hey, I announced at the end of September, I announced that every green day in the market going forward in 2021, that I was going to start selling in my long-term portfolio. And what ended up happening was I basically sold out of my portfolio during this up move in the month of October is really when I was really getting out of my long-term portfolio in anticipation of a market crash in 2022. We got that. And then we added back in the 380s and we added back again in the 360s. It turned out to be just phenomenal, just a surgical moves in the long-term portfolio with the exits and then the buybacks. And then now here we are rallying up here towards these all-time highs. I'll clean this chart up for you guys a little bit, but now as you're rallying back up here to all-time highs, now I'm getting all the same questions. I'm getting the same questions right now as I got here. I'm getting the same questions, which is, did I miss it? Should I buy now? Mike, what do you think about NVIDIA at $850? Like, do you think it's going to 1,000? Right? Like, these are the questions now that I'm starting to get from people. And I don't like when I start to see that, because it shows you the FOMO that people have. And when that FOMO becomes excessive, that's when markets put in near-term tops. And I'm reminding people of this because, and I said this yesterday, it's never as bad as it seems, and it's never as good as it seems. So that saying will help you stay level-headed during market rallies and during market crashes. Because when the markets are crashing, it's never as bad as it seems. Okay. It seems like the world is ending, right? In 2022, it felt like the world was ending, didn't it? Did the world end? Or did we make a new all-time high? We made a new all-time high in the first month of 2024. But it felt like the world was ending a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, the world was ending. Now the market's at all-time highs, right? So it's never as bad as it seems. But then now as you sit here and watch the market basically go straight up for 1, 2, 3, 4 months now, is it really that good? Are we just going to do this? Right? Like, is this what the market's going to do? Is that what you think we're going to do? I mean, I don't think that. I personally don't. What I think is the most probable scenario is that sometime soon, you're going to get a pullback back into the 480s. You're going to get a pullback into here. Sometime soon, I believe we're going to go back and we're going to retest this previous all-time high breakout, this accelerated breakout. And I think it's going to come, like I said, because the Fed does not cut rates. Inflation's a little stickier, and you start to see a weakening in the labor market, and people get nervous. People get nervous, and then all of a sudden the profit taking kicks in, and then here comes your pullback. I'm telling you this because when that pullback happens, I'm going to start to become a buyer in certain individual names. Now, members of True Trading Group, I'll tell you guys exactly when I'm buying and what stocks I'm adding to, and you guys know the stocks that I love. You guys know a lot of the stocks that I'm going to be adding to already. But when that growth scare happens, and it probably will last for at least a month. Maybe it rolls over into a second month. Maybe you get like 2 red months in a row, but certainly 1 red month. And I think that that's going to be an opportunity for all the people that are saying, hey, should I buy now at 510? Should I buy NVIDIA at 860? Well, when the markets start pulling back and you're 470s or 480s, if you were asking me, should you buy at 510? Then you better start getting active in the 470s and 480, at least doing something. That's just my opinion. If you miss this entire rally, if you were asking me if you should buy NVIDIA at 860, then when it's at 700, you better be active. If you were asking me if you should buy AMD at 210, if AMD is at 180, then you better be active, right? Like, don't ask about, hey, should I buy it at this price just because the markets are going up? But then all of a sudden the market starts going down and you're below those prices. Now all of a sudden you're scared to buy it. That's how retail investors miss out on all of the opportunities. That's how they miss everything. Because they do the opposite. The way to make money in the markets is buy low, sell high. But Emotions make us do the opposite of that. When prices are low, emotions of, hey, we're scared the market's going to keep going down prevents us from buying. But then when the market's going up, you're worrisome and you're greedy that you're going to miss out on making money. So that causes you to buy when markets are high. You should be doing the exact opposite. You should be buying when prices are going down. That's what I do. I take advantage every time the markets go down. I take advantage. I start buying stuff. You should selfishly want the markets to go down, because in reality, it helps us. It helps retail. The people that it screws when the markets go down, it screws all the big guys. It screws all the massive hedge funds that are so big and just so massive that they can't get out of their positions fast enough. So they're caught in these massive multi-billion, hundreds of billions of dollars of portfolios. And they just have to kind of sit there and eat it as the markets go down. And they put different hedge positions on, but they can't go and just dump their meta position, right? Because it'll take them too long to sell it. Their positions are just too massive. So they're the ones that really get hurt. They're the ones that are benchmarked to the markets every single year. Every single year, they've got to outperform the market. You don't have to, as a retail investor, to outperform the market. Otherwise, your investors are going to be up your ass, asking, why do I pay you a 2% fee to manage my money if you only gained 8% this year, but the market gained 18%? You don't have to worry about that. They do. So when markets go down quickly like that, out of nowhere, it's very tough for them to outperform. But when markets go down, you don't have a $100 billion portfolio that's tough to maneuver. You're extremely flexible, and you can buy on any given day, and you can sell on any given day. So take advantage when the markets go down. Take advantage when they go down and start buying stuff. Buy the stocks that you love the most. Buy the stocks that you're asking me. And if you're one of the people that have been messaging me throughout this time period, if you're one of the people that's asking me about these stocks, then when the markets do pull back 5, 6, 7, 8%, then you should be buying them. But my answer has not changed. My answer of, hey, should I buy NVIDIA at 860? My answer still is, I'm not. I'm not with my own money. Easy for me to say I know, because I already own these stocks. I've owned them for a long time, and I own them for much lower prices. So I understand it's easy for me to say that. But that doesn't change the fact that if I didn't own them now, I still wouldn't be buying them right now. You guys, you gotta forgive me. I've got like a nasty sinus infection. I'm surprised I haven't blown my nose yet. I just took a Sudafed like right before I came on the live. It's like my third one of the day. So I'm actually kind of, trying to plow through this a little bit. My ears, it sounds like I'm underwater. It's like my ears are all clogged. It sounds like I'm underwater, but we're battling through it. The point is, folks, that there is such an incredible amount of opportunity in this market as we sit here, just a day off of all-time highs. We're literally yesterday we made all-time highs, and then you get one pullback and everybody starts to panic. I'm telling you right now, there's no need to panic, and you should be prepared for a deeper pullback, because in the very near term, there's a much deeper pullback coming. And it's going to be, I'm not trying to say that to scare you. I'm trying to say that to you so that when it does happen, you're not scared. So that when it does happen, you can take advantage of it. You can either short some stocks or buy put options as day trades or swing trades to make some money on the way down, but then take advantage of that opportunity to actually start grabbing some of the stocks that you really love when they're much lower than where they are currently trading right now. If you thought about buying these stocks yesterday or today, then if we experienced a 5, 6, 7% pullback in the market, then you should be just as eager to buy the stocks at that price as you are eager to buy them at yesterday's price. Okay? Now, the thing is here, guys, the thing here that I really want to make sure that people that are on this live stream understand. Nice, way to go, Demizzo. Demizzo, you're a brand new member, right? Demizzo, I think you just joined on Sunday. So Demizzo just joined, right? Demizzo, you just joined on Sunday night, right? Yeah, I'm going to talk about Crowdstrike, guys. I'm going to talk about that. That is Crowdstrike, Palo Alto. Those are two stocks that are in the long-term portfolio. Crowdstrike, new all-time high today on earnings. That is a long-term portfolio position for us. I'm very happy with it. So I will talk to you guys. I will talk to you guys about it. We're up. well over 100% gain on Crowdstrike on the long-term portfolio position. So we will talk about that. But yeah, Demizzo just joined, I believe, on Sunday night and has already made back like 4 or 5 times their membership fee. 4 or 5 times. Yeah, Jordan, I'll talk about Apple too. Apple, I think, is, Apple is about to get to a pretty big support level that I think could probably see a tactical bounce off of that level, but Apple's in a little bit of trouble. It's one of the weaker stocks in the market to start the year. Apple and Tesla and Alphabet have really underperformed the overall market and have underperformed the rest of the Magnificent Seven grouping of stocks. And I'll talk to you guys about all that. But for those of you that are on here, my members of True Trading Group, what I would like to ask all of you is, if the analysis and the education and the training, the trade alerts and the guidance that you have gotten from myself and the other 9 professional traders in True Trading Group throughout the years or throughout your time with us, if it has helped you guys to make money, I'd like you to type the number 1 inside of chat right now. Just go ahead and type the number 1 inside chat right now if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders because of TTG. Again, this is if you are a member and you guys are making money, flat out, plain and simple, easy question. Are you making money? Type the number 1 inside of chat. Now, anyone that's on this live show right now that's not part of this community, I want you to pay attention to the people typing the number 1. These are your friends and your family members and your coworkers. Don't believe me just because I say it. Believe me because they say it. These are your peers, right? These are members. We have 10,000 of them from 115 different countries. They're not making money because I'm the world's greatest trader. Look at that. Demizzo goes, yep, I already made $11,500 in 2 days. Demizzo joined our group on Sunday evening. Demizzo has been a member for 2 days. They have already made $11,000. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, that's great. They must have a huge account, right? Oh, you must have a huge account in order to do this, right? And if you're thinking that you must have a huge account in order to make money in the markets, you would also be wrong. You don't need a huge account in order to make money in the markets. A matter of fact, a huge majority of our members, when they join True Trading Group, they spend some money to actually pay for the membership. And then when they're done, they're left with, they might only have a couple $100s in their trading account, yet they're still able to make money. And again, don't take my word for it. Members, can you guys just tell me what you started with when you joined? Like, how much money did you have in your account? If you started with less than $1,000, let's say, how much did you have in your account when you started? And if you want, tell us where you are today, if you're comfortable sharing that, where you are today, because we've had members with just a couple $100s and they've turned those accounts into, some 5-figure accounts, So go ahead, guys, just comment. Oh, Felipe Castillo. I got to tell you guys, Felipe Castillo, my uncle Leonidas swears by you guys. Felipe, your uncle is a phenomenal dude. I love your uncle. Okay. Your uncle is an awesome guy. I consider him a friend now. And I'm so happy. Can't wait. I don't know if Leonidas, I don't know if you're on this, if you're on the stream or not, but if not, I'm going to hit him up tomorrow when I see him in chat. But I'm happy to see your nephew, or Leonidas's nephew, on the live stream. Felipe, welcome, man. I'm glad to have you here. I'm really, really glad to have you here. But let's check out some of these other comments from people right here. $500, $500. Shuggy, they started with $400. Now they're at $2,600, right? Memphis started with $200 at the end of January, is now at $1,600. Smooth Brain started with just $300 in their account. Rick Goff, 2 days ago, their account was $400. 2 days ago, Rick Goff, right there. Today, $2,200. Don't take my word for it, guys. Okay? Seriously. Listen to your peers. Listen to what members have to say. Over 2,500 people have left us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. Check them out. 78% of our members stay with us. 78% of our members have either renewed their membership or they're a lifetime member. Matter of fact, guys, type the number 2. I'll switch it up. Type the number 2. If you've been a member for longer than a year or you're a lifetime member, just go ahead and type the number 2 in chat. And then that's the last question I'll ask all of our members, right? Type the number 2 if you've been a member for longer than a year or your lifetime. And the people that are watching the stream that are not part of our community, and don't worry, I'm going to get into Crowdstrike earnings. I'm going to talk about the Apple sell-off, the Tesla sell-off. We're going to talk all about that stuff today on the stream. But for those of you that are not members, I want you to really ask yourself, see all these people typing the number 2? Ask yourself this. Would you renew your membership if you weren't making any money? Would you opt to become a lifetime member if you weren't making any money? Seriously. This isn't like a rhetorical question. I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. Like, if you joined True Trading Group and you didn't make any money, would you renew your membership? Would you pay to become a lifetime member? Of course not. Why would you? Maybe you're a Yankee fan too, and you like to talk sports with me. Cool. But chances are, if you guys aren't making money with our platform, then you're not going to stay. And I understand that, and I get that. That's why we have banked our entire success as a business on the success of our members, because we believe that the best way to grow our platform and to grow our community is not to spend $1 million a month on marketing like some of our other competitors do. Because for them, their business is a revolving door. So they get a member in, but eventually that member leaves and they have to replace that member. And that member leaves because they're not having any success. So their business is a gigantic revolving door, and it requires a tremendous amount of marketing spend. We believe that if our product and our platform is good enough, meaning it actually brings our members results, they're going to stay. And now if a member joins us and stays with us, and then we get another member, well, now we have one more member, and our community grows. And then another person joins, and then that person stays. And then another person joins, and that person stays. Another person joins. Then maybe that person doesn't renew their membership. But the 3-4 people before them, they did renew their membership. And that's how our community grows. And that's why we actually base our double your money back guarantee on members' P&L, not on anyone else's P&L. Because it's not enough for like the moderator to just make money, right? If I said, oh, great, I made 20 grand today. It was a great day. Yay, yay, rah, rah, right? I can say that. But if it doesn't translate into members making money alongside of the 9 professional traders, then what good does that do you? Nothing. It doesn't do you any good. You're not joining True Trading Group to watch other people make money. You're joining so that you can actually make money. And that's why when you join our platform, if you can't make back your membership fee at least once, we actually give you back double your money. How many people are on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? Type the letters TTG if you're not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, okay, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, type the letters TTG. I just want to see how many people are on here that are not part of our community. Just go ahead and type TTG for those of you that are not part of our group yet. You see, Kyle Rawling, Florida, you just caught yourself, brother. So how could your first comment make any sense if you just said you're not a member of True Trading Group? So Genius Kyle says, if TTG courses are so good, then why does Shug constantly upsell you on courses every week? And then Kyle goes on to say, I'm not a member of True Trading Group. You're totally full of shit, Kyle. Because if you were not a member of True Trading Group, then there's no way that Shug would be contacting you to upsell you on any other courses throughout the week. So you just contradicted yourself there, number one. Number two, Adam does not upsell you on courses every week. I do not upsell you on courses every week. What we have in True Trading Group is the course material that's on our website, which is a simplified and expanded upon version of the training I received when I worked at a fund in New York, Kyle. And the other things that we have in True Trading Group are 2-day intensive boot camps, 4-week accelerators, 9-week accelerators, where our members can work much more closely and individually with the moderators of their choice and the moderators that they want to follow the most and they want to learn from the most, that have the closest trading style to how they are trading. Those things are extra. You're not going to ask me to spend 2 hours a day for 2 days a week for 9 weeks on doing an accelerator program with more in-depth individual training with our members and think that that's going to be included in your annual membership. It's not. True Trading Group is a business. Let me make myself very clear. This is not a charity. I'm not on YouTube because I just want to spend my time and just, become just the Mother Teresa, of the stock market. True Trading Group is a business, and I'm a 50% owner of that business. And it is my goal to grow that business and grow the revenue of that business, just like any other entrepreneur that's on this YouTube channel, that their goal is to grow their business. And when you join True Trading Group, you're going to join True Trading Group to get access to a service that you are paying for. And you should be able to hold us accountable for the service that you are paying for. So, all of the courses are included with your membership, and the courses are amazing. But if you want extra stuff, if you want 14-hour live training on a weekend, Saturday and Sunday with one of our professional traders, if you want a 9-week accelerator program with one of our professional traders, if you want to maybe attend an in-person meetup and trade live with our moderators in Miami, those things are extra. You will have to pay additional for those things. You don't need to buy them if you don't want to. Totally up to you. But when you join True Trading Group, you have access to all of the courses and all of the tools. But you know what, Kyle? You don't have to worry about that for much longer because tonight is the last night. Adam's not here right now. So Adam was not able to make the changes to the checkout page. So I told you guys, yes, you guys, if you're not a member to True Trading Group, I'm not going to discuss it. Members, you know what's going on with Adam in his personal life. I'm not going to talk about it here live on this YouTube channel. But members, you guys know what's going on. So Adam did not have a chance to take down the old sales page and replace it with the new one. Okay. So the old sales page is still available. Now we're making big changes at True Trading Group, where right now, when you join, you get all of our courses and you get all of our tools. It's all included for one price when you join for the whole year. There's no upsell for those things. Okay. Yes, the boot camps, the accelerators, in-person meetups, those are extra, but the courses and the tools, they're all included. Okay. We do study group sessions that are included. We do red to green workshops. Those are included. There's a ton of stuff that's included. As a matter of fact, you can go to ttgoffer.com right now. Just pull up that webpage, ttgoffer.com. Every single thing that you see on that page, okay, everything on that page is included when you join. There is no upsell or additional cost for any of those items. Okay, everything you see on that page, guys, is included. It's all included. But that ends tomorrow. Okay, that ends tomorrow. After tomorrow, after today, we're going to do a baseline membership with an a la carte option so that you can just pick and choose the stuff that you want and then you have to pay for them. But as it stands right now, you guys will be getting access to everything we have. It saves you $5,000 to $6,000. Because some of you may pay for TradingView already. Some of you may pay for trade ideas. Some of you may pay for dark pool data or short data, right? You don't have to pay for that stuff anymore. Some of you may pay for Benzinga Pro. You don't have to pay for these things anymore. They are included with your membership when you join our platform. All you need to do, you'll notice that when you go to ttgoffer.com, it says our membership is $2,000. All you'll have to do is use the coupon code TTG121, type it in manually, click apply code. The price will drop and that'll knock off 54% the last day for that all-inclusive membership. It'll bring the price down to $1,017. That's it for the whole year with everything you see on that page. You get our entire curriculum, simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned in the fund, beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. You guys have access to all the courses. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data. You're going to get insider trading information to track trades by members of a management team and then also members of Congress with the congressional trades, Trading Views premium charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, AI trading tools, a trading journal to track your trades for you, a social sentiment scanner to tell you what's being talked about most on social media. All of this is included when you join our platform. There's no additional fee for any of it. It's all included. So I welcome, honestly, Kyle, I welcome you. Seriously, I welcome you. I challenge you to join our community. And we are backing it up with a double your money back guarantee. Anyone that's on this live stream that is not part of True Trading Group, I am going to challenge you, join True Trading Group. It'll cost you $1,017 for the whole year. We do accept Klarna, buy now, pay later. We do accept PayPal credit. You can pay back PayPal over 6 months, interest-free. So these are payment options that we do have. If you need to pay with Klarna, you could just send us a text message, though. If you have to pay with Klarna, 1-888-306-8783. So that phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen if you want to use Klarna to pay, 1-888-306-8783. We are approved through Klarna to do that. If you guys want to, though, you just have to text that number if you want to pay with Klarna. Otherwise, you can just use credit card or PayPal, PayPal credit, whatever. Okay. So here's the challenge. Join us now for $1,017 for the whole year. I ask you to do 3 things. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. We do study groups every Thursday. Do those 3 things. You have the whole year, so take your time. Go at your own pace. You have the whole year. I'm not saying do all this in 14 days, right? Some impossible time frame. If you can do those 3 things, and then after doing so, you're not able to make enough winning trades to equal the $1,017 membership fee at least once during your membership, I'll give you back $2,034. How's that sound? Does that sound fair? Because if I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk a big game like this, I'm going to say, hey, our members are doing well, join True Trading Group, it's a great platform, then I have to be able to back that up, right? I have to be able to back that up. If I come on here and claim I'm a good trader, I have to be able to back that up. That's why all of our trade executions from the moderators, all of our executions, every order, every buy, every sell is uploaded from our brokerage accounts to our website in the trader history section so you can see every win, every loss, every break even. We've got to prove that to you, right? And there it is. We're transparent. We're fully transparent. We're an open book. But I also have to be able to back up my claim that the TTG platform works. And the way that I do that is not only showing you what members have to say about it when members tell you, hey, yeah, I'm making money. I'm doing well. I love it. I'm making money. I'm doing well. I love it. But I'll back it up with our own money. If you can't make the $1,017 membership fee back at least once during your membership, we will give you back $2,034. That's it. That's my challenge. That's my challenge. I also do have some laptops that are available here this evening. So if you guys do join, you will get yourself a free laptop with our membership. It's just a little extra something, a little extra incentive that we have for people when they join. It's a Windows 11 laptop. It comes with Microsoft 365. If you guys need a laptop, use it for work, use it to trade with, give it to your kid for school. If you don't need it, just sell it on eBay and put that money back in your trade, back in your account. Right. In that case, you didn't pay $1,000 for a membership. You paid $700 for a membership. You can sell the laptop, do whatever you want with it. It's our gift to you. We also cover the shipping cost. We ship anywhere in the world. We have members in 115 different countries. You don't have to enter your address when you join. You're going to get a welcome email instead that'll give you instructions on how to claim that free laptop when you do join. So again, ttgoffer.com. TTG121 coupon code, click apply code, price drops at 1017, all-inclusive membership. You guys get access to anything. I think we've got 10 laptops that are left, guys. So I think we have 10 laptops that are available. Okay. 10 laptops available. Oh, we have to welcome Eric. So Eric just joined. That means we have 9 of those laptops left. We have 9 of those laptops left. So everybody welcome Eric. Eric, I don't even know if you knew that you were getting a laptop because I think that transaction already came through. So Eric, surprise, you get a free laptop too. So Eric, welcome to the family, brother. Welcome to the family. I really hope Kyle comes through. Kyle, I know I kind of jumped down your throat there a little bit, brother. And I apologize, but I'm sick as a dog. I know it might not seem like it right now, but I'm having a tough last 2 days. I've got a pretty nasty sinus infection. I'm trying to blow my ears out. It's just been a real pain in the ass. But Kyle, I do hope that you come through, man, because I honestly love people that are pessimistic. I like proving those people wrong, not because it's haha, I told you so, but I want you guys to see that there is real help out there. A lot of people have gone through such terrible experiences with other groups and they're jaded and they think everything's a scam and they think everybody's full of shit. And I get it. I really, truly do. I don't blame you. There's a lot of crap out there, but I'm telling you, from one trader to another, there is a platform and a community that actually can help you guys become successful. It can increase your chances, give you a real chance at actually being successful. And that's all we can ask for. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining True Trading Group, but I can guarantee if you cannot make the $1,017 membership fee back at least once, I will give you back double. I'll give you $2,034 for wasting your time. That I can guarantee you. Considering our refund rate at True Trading Group, it's less than 2.5%. That's why I can offer you that. If our refund rate was 12%, I wouldn't be able to give you double your money back. The double your money back guarantee is right there. It's on the checkout page. It's in black and white. Go read it. It's right there. We got to welcome Jeffrey. Jeffrey, welcome to the family, brother. 8 of those laptops now remain. So 8 spots left. Okay. 8 spots left. Everybody welcome Jeffrey. So Jeffrey and Eric, welcome to the THD fam. Guys, again, if you have any questions, 1-888-306-8783. Text us any questions you have. We're fully transparent. We are an open book. Tonight is the last night for that all-inclusive membership for the $1017 price. And you guys get a free laptop with it and a W money back guarantee. But for those of you that are still on the fence, listen, last thing I'll say, and then we'll talk about Apple, we'll talk about CrowdStrike and everything else. Last thing I'll say. If you're a member of True Trading Group currently and you were skeptical at first and now your biggest regret is you didn't join sooner, type the number 1. If you were skeptical at first, now your only regret is you didn't join sooner, type the number 1. And if there's anybody else that's on the stream that is on the fence because you've been burned in the past, I'm telling you, you're not alone. Just take a look at how many people that are now members of True Trading Group that when they first heard about us, or maybe they first came on one of these live streams, were like, I don't know about this guy. He's got a New Jersey accent. He looks kind of young. He wears a Yankee hat. I hate the Yankees. I'm an Astros fan, or I'm a Red Sox fan. I don't know if I can get behind this guy. Or maybe you're like, oh, here we go, another furu trying to sell me courses. If he's such a good trader, why sell courses, right? Well, I don't know. Why not make more money of something that you're good at? Who does that? Who does that? I love when people say that. If you're such a good trader, why do you have to sell courses? I don't know, man. If someone is such a good golfer, why do they give instructions for $200 an hour? I don't know. Because why not make more money from what you're good at? I'm going to be doing this stuff anyway. So what? I got to spend some extra time a day doing a live stream on a YouTube channel to grow a business that employs 30 people. We have 30 people at True Trading Group. And I'll tell you this, we're just getting started. I'm a trader, yes, but I'm also an entrepreneur. And I want to grow True Trading Group to be the biggest, baddest, most impactful platform that retail trading has ever seen. I want True Trading Group to be the reason why Wall Street stops referring to retail traders as dumb money. You all saw that movie, Dumb Money. They're making fun of you. Do you realize that? The title of the movie is Dumb Money. That doesn't piss you off? Because that's a real thing. It was one of the first things I learned when I started working on Wall Street. Was smart money, that's all the institutions, that's all the hedge funds. And then there's dumb money. And that's all retail. Mom and pops with their E-Trade accounts and their Robinhood accounts. I want to be the reason that phrase is no longer used. There is a platform out there for you. You can do this. It is possible. Our 10,000 members in 115 countries say it so. Go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops to 1017. Check out, you're good to go. You got a free laptop and a W money back guarantee, which I don't think you need, but it's there for peace of mind and to hold us accountable. All right. Any questions? Text us 1-888-306-8783. Let's hit it on the charts. Let's talk about Crowdstrike. I love Crowdstrike. I'm so happy that Crowdstrike is finally breaking out. Like, this stock has really underperformed in the cybersecurity space. We added to this stock in 2022 in the long-term portfolio in True Trading Group, and it took a while to get going. Like, this thing was just kind of like stuck in the mud here, right? It really wasn't doing much. Meanwhile, in the exact same time period, Palo Alto was ripping, right? You can see Palo Alto made new all-time highs in May of 2023. Crowdstrike was nowhere near its all-time high. Look at where Crowdstrike was and compared to its all-time high in May of 2023. Look where Palo Alto was. It broke the all-time high in May of 2023. So I'm sitting, I'm like, why the hell? Crowdstrike is such a great company. And I'm like, cybersecurity is a booming industry. Why has this stock not broken out? And finally, people are paying attention to Crowdstrike. And we've known about this stock for the last 2 years. Finally, Wall Street is catching on. The stock is now up well over 100% from where we bought it, as we just making new all-time highs today after they just reported earnings. And let's touch on what those earnings actually were. They were beat all across the board. Earnings per share, 95 cents. That's against analyst expectations of 82 cents. Sales were $845 million against analyst expectations of $839 million. They see full year 25 EPS 377 to 397. That's against analyst expectations of 3.75, $3.75 on earnings per share. But here's the big, massive news from their earnings. The analyst expectations for full year revenue guidance was $3.05 billion. The company is guiding to $3.95 billion. They gave a range of guidance for revenue from $3.925 to $3.989 billion. Essentially $3.93 to $3.99 billion. Almost $4 billion. That is almost 33% higher than the $3 billion that analysts were expecting. That is a massive beat on guidance. And my friends, that is exactly why we've added this stock in our long-term portfolio. It was only a matter of time before the street started to recognize it and the company started to come into their own, and you are rewarded with a 16.5% pop today. And that's actually considering the down move today. So the stock's actually up more than that from its earnings print, but it's up 16% from the yesterday's close. But we were down a couple of points prior to that. Stock's up about 20% following their earnings release. Okay. So what do I have to say about CrowdStrike? I love it and I own it, and I'm not selling it because I think the stock goes into the 400s. If you get pullbacks on the name, you have to look for 337 prior highs to be support. So if over the course of the next couple of days, let's say the market's pull back, right? We talked about a potential pullback in the market. Let's see if you get that and you pull back to 337, you got to look for bounces off that level. That's the prior all-time high. You got to look for bounces off that level if you do get pullbacks into it. And this is a stock that for now has a permanent spot in the long-term portfolio. So congratulations to all of my THC fam that own CrowdStrike. The performance in our long-term portfolio so far has been absolutely ridiculous. And I'm starting to consider trimming positions because that's how far these stocks have run. I've moved some money around for my 2024 portfolio picks, which were biotech sector and gold. Gold recently just broke out to a new all-time high, so that's doing very well for us. We cleared out a multi-year resistance over here on the GLD. You can see here, you just cleared it out this week. So that's a clean, clear break on the GLD. I'm bullish on gold. I think you're going to see this continue. I think gold goes around $2,500 an ounce. And I think that if you do get little pullbacks, into 193 on GLD, I think it's good for a long. I think you're going to see the GLD up around 205 pretty soon, right? I think you're going to be we're going to see that probably up to above 200 pretty soon. We're 197 now, but I do think that this move in gold is going to continue. Okay. Apple. I know everybody wanted me to talk about Apple. Apple's got real problems. This was a great trade for us today inside of True Trading Group. We talked about 172 entry points. I'm not going to go over this too much. You guys were in chat with us. I mean, members, you guys were there. You know that as members, we said 172 short Apple. And the high of the day today on Apple was 172.04. Members, you all know that we said the short at 102. So a lot of people stepped in and shorted or bought put options, whichever you want to do. If you trade options or equities, and that ended up being a really nice trade for Apple. It's a stock is, traded back down under 170. Now, the thing about Apple is Apple just reported today a 24% decline in iPhone sales in China because of Huawei. Huawei, if you guys remember, Huawei was kind of at the epicenter of like the trade war and everything during 2018. Well, that company is back with a vengeance, and you are seeing them really take market share in the smartphone market in China, and that's eating into iPhone sales. So Huawei is becoming very, 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 very popular in China. I mean, they already were popular, but like they're really starting to gain market share now, and that's hurting Apple. And Apple is no longer, China is no longer the growth driver for Apple that it once was. And everybody's getting very upset about that. But don't get too upset. Let me explain why I don't think you should get too upset about Apple. Because Apple, for the first time, is opening the door to India. Prior to just a few months ago, there was not a single Apple store in India. If you guys recall, several months ago, Tim Cook actually was in India for the ribbon cutting for the very first Apple store. In India, up until recently, in order for you to get an Apple product, it was always a third-party resale. You couldn't go directly to an Apple store in India and get an iPhone, an Apple Watch, AirPods, whatever, right? That's changing now. The second largest population in the world. I am very bullish on India as far as emerging markets. So like I have an emerging markets portfolio with JP Morgan's Wealth Management, and we're very bullish on India. So I'm actually invested in India, some different India ETF products that I was able to get through JP Morgan. I actually just saw an analyst just came out with a GDP estimate of like 6% growth in India. I think the next decade in India is going to be pretty big. And I think that Apple could experience the same type of growth through India as they did once in China. So China's growth is clearly slowing for Apple. It's also slowing for Tesla. And that's part of the reason why Apple's getting beat up. And it's part of the reason why Tesla stock has been getting beaten up so far to start the year, because China's economy is in the dump. They are not doing anywhere nearly as well as we are in the US. And Apple's very reliant on China. Tesla's very reliant on China. But Tesla is seeing BYD and some of these other EV makers really eat into their market share in China. And Apple is seeing companies like Huawei eat into their market share in China. And the stocks are getting punished for it. And I think Apple has a little bit more room to the downside, but I do think you're close to a technical bounce. So I look at Apple down here around like 167 to 168. This line you see drawn on my screen. I think there's enough of a support level here that Apple can bounce. Maybe one or two more down days, and then I think you're going to try to bounce off this level. Like you can try to, you maybe like you get down here, maybe pierce that level, and then try to get a technical bounce back off that level. I think that's very, very realistic and very possible to see with Apple. Okay, so I do think you're getting pretty close to a technical bounce, but I don't think that's like the actual bottom. Because I think once the overall market starts to actually pull back, I think Apple gets dragged down even further. And eventually, I think you see Apple in the mid to high 150s. That just is going to take some time. That's not something that's going to happen this week. That's not something that's going to happen next week. But I do think at some point in the next couple of months, you'll see Apple in the mid to high 150s. And I think that's a great spot to start taking some nibbles if you guys don't own the stock and you want to own it. That's my opinion. Okay. So there you have it, guys. All right. We talked about Crowdstrike. We talked about Apple, all the stocks that everybody wanted to know about. Wild day for crypto, but a key technical hold of 60K. There are 3 support levels that you should follow on crypto. One is 60,000. The other is 53,000. And the other is 45. 45 is not really in play. Right? Don't worry about the 45. But the 53 and the 60, those are 2 key levels. This is the ARK-B ETF. It's not exactly Bitcoin, but it lines up actually pretty close to it. And you see this 9 exponential moving average. This is one of our key indicators that we use at True Trading Group. You'll learn how to use this indicator. You can see how well of support that this indicator has held throughout this entire rally in Bitcoin. Don't worry, you guys will learn how to use this as you guys will learn how to use this throughout. Okay. So there you guys go. Okay. So that's it, guys. That wraps things up. And I do think that you're going to see Bitcoin break out to that new all-time high. You double topped today at its all-time high, but I do think that you will see that new all-time high very, very soon, and a clear-cut all-time high breakout on Bitcoin. All right, guys, that does it for me on the stream. Hope you guys found this helpful, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for spending the time with me. Again, my members of True Trading Group that are part of Adam's AI Accelerator, you guys will be able to, you guys will be doing the AI Accelerator tomorrow with Adam from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Yo, Leonidas, there he is. There's Leonidas. Well, his username in chat is Leonidas, but in YouTube, he's Wizard7889. So yes, Wizard. There's Felipe. Yes, there he is. Excellent. So Wizard, Felipe said to me before, earlier in the stream, he's like, oh, my uncle Leonidas, he like swears by you guys. And as soon as I saw that comment, I was like, oh man, this is awesome. I was like, yes. I was like, Felipe, your uncle is an awesome dude. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. And somebody I consider a friend now. So it's awesome. I'd love to see your nephew is here, says he's interested and will be joining soon. I'm looking forward. Oh, that's your firstborn nephew. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. God bless. The earlier we can start them, Leonidas, the better off they're going to be. Felipe, I look forward to trading with you. And I look forward to having you part of the TTG fam very, very, very soon. Whenever you're ready, Leonidas, we are ready. Kathleen Duke, I love you so much. And I do, Kathleen, message me tomorrow in chat, actually. If you're in chat tomorrow, message me tomorrow inside chat, just because I know what you were telling me about. Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But because I know we didn't do a live stream, and with the conversation you and I were having in our private message, and then we didn't do the live stream. So I just want to follow up with you with some of that stuff. So, but thank you for the well wishes with my health. I feel much worse than I actually seem right now, as weird as that sounds, but I'm going to try to get to bed and get a good night's sleep. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Listen, real quick, if you're not interested in a membership, you can sign off the stream. If you are interested, I'll show you the platform real quick. Okay. Remember, go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop down to $1017. You see a laptop, you're getting one. You got the double your money back guarantee. Okay. So here is our platform. This is the chat room. The chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades. We're answering questions. We're with you for the whole day. We're not gone after an hour and you'll have to fend for yourself. Okay. You got the mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer during the day, don't worry. Our mobile app sends you real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions. You're also going to get 2 private study group sessions to speed up your learning curve. You'll get the Benzinga Pro real-time newsfeed with congressional trading data. That's over $1,000 a year if you went to Benzinga on your own. It's included when you join us. You get Trading Views premium charting software included. The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform for you guys. A simulator lets you practice trading with fake money. Our proprietary scanner lets you create custom scans. You got dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, and short data all included. A trading journal tracks your trades for you. A social sentiment scanner tells you what's talked about most on social media. Analyst ratings on any company you're interested in. The watch list that the mods and I put out with detailed entry and exit points on the stocks that we're focused on. And then you have all the courses. Simplified version of what I learned working at the fund, beginner, advanced, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. You guys have access to all of it. Listen, I can't guarantee you'll be successful just by joining, but what I can guarantee is if you can't make the $1,017 membership fee back at least one time, I will give you back double your money. That's $2,034. All you've got to do is enter the coupon code TTG121. You have any questions, text us 1-888-306-8783. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat.